Hi YouTube, this is Felicia with Bible Scraps and welcome to my tutorial on my sequin beaded glitter beauties. I showed this card in a video last week when I showcased the entire autoship collection of the Stamp Girls offered by Three Birds on HSN. I absolutely love this technique. I had to come up with a way to decorate these beauties, and this technique can not only or can be used with not just this collection, but you could use it with your Prima dolls, your Magnolia Tilda dolls, or any number of type of girl stamped dolls. She is so adorable. All this came about because I don't color well and I needed to come up with a way to beautify these beauties, and I thought, why not put my sequins, microbeads, and glitter to use. By the way, I have named my Stamp Girls. Her name is Darla. So first, let me give a shout out to Mel B's Paper Creation. Mel B, I have sent you out stamped images of the entire collection. And so you should receive that today or tomorrow. Now, the good thing is, everyone who left me a message as of this morning, the time I filmed this video, you will receive stamped images as well. Now, you won't receive the full collection, but you will receive images from every collection. So I will be contacting you soon requesting your address. So supplies you need for this sequin beaded glitter technique. Well, you need your sequins, and sequins, they come in a host of different colors and styles and shapes. So you see an assortment I have here. You could also use confetti sequins. Concerning the B in this technique, microbeads. I love microbeads. Now you can also use beads, however. Okay, concerning the G, in addition to glitter, and I like to use stickles, you can use the dry glitter. You can also use glass, crushed glass. I haven't tried this yet on the beauties. But you can also use, I'm going to call these gems. I forget what they're called. But you can use these gem type embellishments here. Now, in addition to those things, I like to use these micro brushes to add my glue. And the type of glue that I like to use, this is a tacky glue, but it dries clear. So you may have something that's similar in your stash. And then I like to use a diamond glaze or a clear glaze. Concerning the paper, I found that the Recollections 110-pound paper works great. So this is what I did. I played around with my sequins. These are not adhered down, and took a picture of it. And I'm going to use this as a blueprint. Now, I don't like how the brown sequins look there, but once again, this is just a blueprint to give me some direction. Okay, so the first thing you want to do, if you are not using the Recollections 110-pound paper, you want to use 2 layers of cardstock. Anyway, adhere it together and cut it out first. The reason why you want to cut your doll out first, if you put your sequins on after, you risk cutting into your sequins. Well, it's kind of up to you what you want to start with. I am going to do the hair and any parts where I will be adding the micro beads. I'm going to do that last because that takes the longest to dry. I would normally do her hair first though. Now I took a Copic marker and colored in her face. Remember, I'm not a colorist, so I don't color well. And then I used one of the Prima alcohol markers that you could pick up at Tuesday Morning and did her lips. You know what? I have to say, I'm loving these markers. I love the tip, which is unlike the tip on the Copic or the Spectrum Noir. And so I really do, I'm feeling this marker here. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, I will start on her hair, but I will not add the glitter glaze because that takes time to dry. So what I'm going to do, I'm taking, and you can use any color you want. I'm going to take a Copic marker and I'm just going to add a little bit of color. Okay, so I got a little bold. I guess I was feeling myself, and I used 2 alcohol markers to color in her jeans there. My girl stated, those are jeans, so it should be blue. Now, what I'm going to do now, I've added some of my tacky glue on a bottle cap. I won't be doing that again because I don't want to waste my bottle caps. And I'm going to take a micro brush, I love these, and dab it in the glue. And I'm doing her feet or her shoes. So I am just going to fill up this whole area with glue. Now I want to use enough glue because I want to have a really good hold. And then I use the same micro brush and pick up my sequin. So I want to show you guys a money-saving cool technique. I couldn't find the color I wanted in my markers. So what I did, I'm using a bottle cap that I am going to designate for my alcohol mixing usage. So I'm going to create my own color, and I'm going to use a micro brush as my applicator. 1 drop red and drop of white. It spreads really good. I think what I might want to do is add a little bit of blending solution to that. Okay, so I poured several drops of blending solution in there. And hopefully you guys can see how well this micro brush applies the alcohol ink. And these micro brushes, they come in different size of the little cotton balls down there, so you can get one finer than that. I have well, the ones I'll link has 4 different sizes. I'll be doing a video 10 ways to use a micro brush that I have found very creative and useful. So I'm not sure if you can tell, but I softened up my pink. I added blending solution in this area here and just use my micro brush to go over it to lighten it up a bit. Okay, so I've added more glue to my bottle cap, and I'm going to add these sequins here. Now these are a light pink, you probably can't tell, which is why I wanted to add color in this area. Now I'm reusing the same micro brush. Not for, well, I actually did use this one for the alcohol ink too. Just take you a damp baby wipe, and after you use it, wipe the glue off or the alcohol ink off, and you could use the same micro brush for your whole project. Okay, so now I'm going to take my stickles and I'm just going to, at random, add some glitter glue. Nothing perfect here. I could have left her hair white and just added the sequins using my tacky glue, but now that I've added stickles, I think I kind of like that, and so I don't think my little sequins here are going to show up, so I'm going to leave it as is. Okay, so what I did do was I added sequins here, and I didn't color that part. And what you can also do, because stickles works as an adhesive, you can add some micro beads to her hair. Okay, so I've added glue to the ice cream cone. Now you want to add enough, but not too much. You don't want it to be too bulky because we are going to add that diamond glaze on top of that to reinforce the beads. Okay, so I did some work off camera. Well, first of all, I fixed her up, and you can see I added beads to the ice cream, and I colored in the ice cream cone there. So hopefully it looks like an ice cream cone. Also, I added the sequins here, and I didn't color this area. One great thing about using the clear sequins, you can go over with your alcohol markers and color it any color you like. But I didn't color her skirt area. I left that white. And then I added the Recollections confetti hearts you could pick up at Michael's. I added those. Ooh, I'm off camera. I added those here. So hopefully the camera picks that up. I also took an alcohol marker and colored in her eyes brown. At least I tried to. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add diamond glaze to my microbeads because I want to reinforce the strength of those beads. I don't want them to come off. And so you don't have to add a whole lot. I just added 2 drops. And I will be using my Microbrush to move that around. And if it was a larger area, I would use my fingers to press it in. My beauty, she's not completely dry. And so you want to add the diamond glaze or whatever you have that's similar because you don't want those beads to fall off. And you want to make sure you add enough glue when you're using the larger sequins because they can pop off. But I think she is beautiful. Now I want to show you one other thing I did. I didn't show you her in the beginning. But if you look at her eyes, I have the really small sequins outlining her eye.